Howdy ho there, YouTube. It's your friend James with the Collector 1138 channel. Got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. It's been a while since I made the last video, maybe like a week or two, and before that maybe like a month and a half. But I got some new stuff in the mail today, and I also want to talk about some of my customs. Well, what you could call customs, mix and matching, a little bit of painting, but mostly mix and matching. But so let's get started, okay, shall we? Let's open some boxes first. This one comes from Norton, Ohio. Don't know where that is. I know it's in Ohio now. So let's, oh yeah, you want to see what I'm doing. The rubber bit on this phone holder has broken off, so it likes to slide out. So what I've done was I've taken one of these things that helps you open jars, and I just wedged it in there between the phone and the phone holder. So we'll just see if that helps. You might hear some tiny little horses running around because we've taken in 2 kittens since the last time I made a video. Well, they're almost juveniles, but they're somewhere between kitten and juvenile. Like 5 months old. What do we got here? Oh, this is my loose Roboto Masterverse. I didn't expect it to come in such a small box. That's okay. It fit. Do you have any other stuff in here? No. It looks like all his stuff is in the bag. He's got, I do believe, yeah, I think he's missing a hand. Yeah, he's totally missing a hand. But that's okay. Oh, wait, there's the other hand. He's missing something. I don't know what, but he's missing something. Actually, I don't think this Roboto comes with a gun arm and a claw arm. I think he just comes with these energy swords. And this counts as his gun arm. Ooh, nice hard joint. This counts as his gun arm because it's a gun. You can take that off. You can snap that off if you can get the strength. I can't get it off. I don't want to pull to it. Oh, there it goes. It's coming. You've got to be careful when you take your toys apart, because sometimes they might be breaking. Wow. I don't have the manual dexterity to. Well, I know that comes off. This has to come off for this to go on, right? This is a right hand. This is the right side. So yeah. And then there's this. It's like a, I don't know what goes in there. Maybe, oh, maybe another hand. Maybe you can choose that. There we go. I just got a little brave. So yeah, the gun part breaks off. Looks pretty cool. And there's that peg. Everybody knows that peg. And so what I'm going to do, if you wanted to, you could put the powerful Super Blaster wrist over there. But I'm going to snap on, get on there. Well, there we go. In the process, I took my hand off. I keep forgetting the camera angle. I'll move things naturally close to my body and you can't see that. Okay. Have I screwed up Roboto? No. Okay. Yeah. We'll give him just the one side for now. Roboto. I love Roboto. And this is in really good shape. Real hard joints. Like, as you saw, barely used. Just not in a box. And I was going to take it out of the box anyway, so... Anyway, so we're going to put this back. First one to take his weapon away. Both of them. See if you can tell me what reference that was from. First someone take his weapons away. Both of them. Yeah. Everything in a bag. Actually, the figure itself doesn't really belong in the bag, but for now. Okay. So let's open this. I wonder what's inside. I don't even remember. Oh, I remember now. It was a $5 action figure. That last one, that Roboto cost $8. I was surprised because you can ask for like 15 or at loose 15, 20 for a loose Roboto Masterverse. Not New Eternia. That one's even more expensive. Yeah, so I wanted action figures with wings. Plus I wanted another body for fodder. So I ordered this old ass Redeemer from Spawn. Remember Spawn? See those cool wings? Those are going to go on somebody else. And then the Redeemer body is just going to be, you know, it's medieval Redeemer too, it looks like. This isn't even really the one from the comic. The one from the comic was a little more aggressive looking, but I mean, he's pretty aggressive looking. But I love these 7-inch tall figures. I like to mix and match with my Masterverse to create characters that don't exist. But these wings, I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but they're probably going to go on a custom character. And we'll open this. Well, I guess I'll open it right now. Let's open it right now. Some people are like, don't open those new action figures. Buy a loose one. Well, it was $5, and I don't think it's going to appreciate in value very much. Oh, there are tags on both sides of this thing. $5. You can't beat that. Oh, cool. The wings are separate. Come out. Alright, he's got a stand, kind of like those DC figures. Let's see if he has little bands holding him in. Nope, none of that Mattel crap. Wait a minute, I spoke too soon. I see him on his feet, but not his. Okay, there's one on his torso. So torso and ankles, which isn't too bad. Not too bad. Let's get my special magic tool. Entertain yourself. Entertain yourself while I'm away from the camera. Let me see if I can turn the volume up. Like I said, when the video just quit on me, I don't know why it does that. This is a Turtles of Grayskull Beastman helmet. And I did a video where I took all the stuff off of him and put it on this guy. And, because, you know, Slamurai should wear Slamurai armor. And the armor is just the right color to go with all this white. It's really cool. It matches his kanji, if there's even real kanji. They're Eternian Japanese kanji. But, I mean, it looks cool. I didn't have to do any painting. I just mix and match. It's basically a Slamurai body without the head. And I really had to try hard to get this to stay on, so underneath there, if you look real hard, it is Clamp Champ. It's a Clamp Champ head because it's round enough. I tried my Faker head that looks like a Terminator. It was too small. The Clamp Champ head was just a little bit too big, so I put a little Sculpey on there to make it sticky, and it stayed. You know, pressed on it. It wanted to come down his front of his face. But anyway, I got 2 of these, one to customize and get out of the package, and one not to. Now they're not even as expensive as they were when I bought them. It was like $40 when I bought them. They were $70 before that. And anyway, so speaking of customizations, let me put Sunman back over here with all this money. Skeletor trying to bribe him over there. So check out my sorceress. Take a look at her. Notice something different? Yeah, well, it would be her big wings. The wings that come on the sorceress are crap, shall I say. These pathetic little bitty, like, Just, they're, I don't know why I even kept them. I didn't really destroy them because they're held in with these little pins. And if you use pliers and do just a little bit of a twist and pull, it'll come out real easy. And it'll leave these holes in her back. And I don't want to take this apart and show you because I had to struggle to get her together, which I'm going to have to take her apart anyway to add her new belt, which is dry. Where did I get this stuff, you wonder? Well, I got these better wings and this shawl. See the shawl she's wearing? The shoulder shawl, that's basically what the wings attach to because the holes in her back are too small. I bought a Turtles of Grayskull Teela, which is a silly figure. However, it nets me a female body that I can customize. I don't really like this head, so there's not much I can do about that. Maybe I can cut away at it or something. But, and the weapon can go to another character, and I can make her another custom. She has a nice form, and there's not many details on there, so you can pretty much paint her to be whoever you want. But she's not my important figure. I wanted her wings on the sorceress, and there's a guy on YouTube that has a video that's entitled something like how to customize your sorceress with Teela's wings, or with April O'Neil's wings. And he uses Dremel tools, and he also 3D prints some plugs to go into the holes that he dremeled in her back. You don't need to do that. All you have to do is take the shawl part off, which looks cool on her anyway, and put it on her, and it'll fit. You just bend it out a little bit in the back. However, her head, all the feathers that are down on the bottom edge of her head, I cut off. I first cut them individually to make them movable so that they might give and look a little realistic, but they were still too stiff and they were pushing down on the shawl, which was pushing her head forward. So I had to shorten it because that shawl raises up raises up her back closer to her head. I left the tail on because he goes through a whole thing where he rips the sorceress's tail off. So she's got two tails. Who cares? Who cares? Two tails. It's better than one. They're secondary feathers of some kind. 3-paneled tail. I think it looks okay. It's the sorceress I want. Without dremeling, without gluing, just a little bit of slicing, because I had to shorten down those nubs of those plug holes that, was in her back because they stuck out too far and they wouldn't allow you to put this shoulder piece on her. So if I made any sense with that, what you do is you take April O'Neil's armor away. You rip the sorceress's wings out, get those little pins out, and you shave down the holes till they're flat with her back as close as you can get it. And then you force on this shoulder piece. I could probably do it a little better with some sandpaper or something, but I don't have that right now. So the shoulder piece goes on, head goes on, cut the back of the head until it fits right. You'll know when it fits right. It won't be annoying. And then you've got yourself a sorceress with huge ass wings. And they pivot, although I don't really want to touch them because it's not extremely tight. It falls apart a little bit, but you can put it right back together. And I suppose if I wanted to use a little fixative, that would be cool, But yeah. So these wings are attached to her in a more secure fashion than drilling holes in her back and printing out little plugs that he gives you the STL files for. But I don't have access to 3D printer or the patience to do it. I wanted my sorceress tonight. So I went to Walmart and I picked up a cheap Turtles of Grayskull April and made my sorceress better. She's like a $9 figure now, but with these wings and all this customization, she's like at least 15, man. So that's those two. Here is he fell over. Here is my Fire He-Man, Fire Spirit, Eternian Fire Spirit. Let me get this out here. Eternian Fire Spirit. I've shown him before, but he's finished painting now, and I put the clear coat on. Look at that. He's even got eyebrows, yo. That was painstaking. You talk about painstaking. And I got this illusion of him with bared teeth, even though He-Man's mouth is closed or just slightly open. You can paint the teeth onto his lips, and they give it a little form. And if you accentuate with some black lipstick around it, I mean, I tried to correct it a few times. This is as good as I could get it. You know, I'll just leave it at that. Look at those eyes. He's got black pupils with white pupils in the middle. Or basically white pupils with black rings in yellow eyes. Because he is a fire spirit. He's got a little gold in his hair. That doesn't really show up very well, the metallic gold. After you paint it, it's very, see all these, the belt, the armor, it's not very reflective. It's reflective for like an hour or two when you paint it, but then it just goes to this dull, very dull gold. So I would like some shinier, more metallic gold. Also, screwing around with him, I can't latch this completely closed. I'm just lucky that it's sticky. I'm still proud of it though. He's got a little rune on his hand and some rings I painted on there. The rings even show on the other side, like, so you can see his rings. See his rings there, and gold fingernails. He's got an inverted rune on that hand because he is a fire spirit. And if you don't know my explanation for him, he is like, in DC Universe you have Firestorm, who is the embodiment, fire incarnate, basically the god of fire. So Eternia has a similar spirit, and it needed to assume a form to deal with humans, and the form it assumed was He-Man because it thought he was noble, and it didn't want, it's a good spirit, didn't want people to be afraid, so it makes itself look like He-Man. And I'm going to do an ice or water one. I have another He-Man doll, I just don't have the paint. But I'm proud of this sword too, like, look at that, my fire sword. It's got gold and orange and yellow and red, metallic red, and flames. That was fun to paint. I mean, I should have probably added some more clear coat to the handle. But, and if you look real close, he's got metallic nipples. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. It basically took me, because I have ADHD and I can only come over here and paint a couple strokes and then go back to do something else, and then let it sit for like an hour and then come paint another couple strokes. And it took me like a year to finish painting him, even though it should take you a month maybe. So yeah, this was part of Teela's, or Teela, I want to keep calling her Teela. This was part of April O'Neil's outfit, but it had this checkerboard blue and white thing going on. So I had a close blue. It's not exactly the same blue as the sorceress, right? It's not exactly the same blue at all, but it's blue, so, and it's metallic. And the cloth is going to go, I don't even know what you call that. It's not a loincloth. Some kind of sash or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so there goes sorceress. There goes. Do I have anything else to talk about? Was there any other figures I was going to open up? See, I feel kind of bad that I opened the April O'Neil without making a video, but I was like, I really feel like doing something for me. Sometimes I'll open one off camera, because why publicize every single thing that you do? So, you know, you don't have to do that. Also, I'd like to, if Ryan is watching, the guy that won, the only participant in the Motu giveaway that I had, I do have your box ready. It's just, there's been a lot of stuff happening with these cats we've taken in, and bad winter weather, and we're still dealing with damage from Hurricane Helene, and I had to buy tires, and it's just, it's been I know, I'm not a rich guy, so it'll be, I don't know, probably be next month before I'm able to ship those prizes to him. But because he has to wait, I gave him a free Roton in the box. So if I feel bad about it later, I might add some more stuff, because I closed my eBay store. I sold most of the stuff and added what I liked into my collection, and I left a few things up, but I sold the rest. And there's a little few pieces left, so, you know, I'll give them away. But yeah. So shout out to Ryan, Big Boss Toys, I think is his channel. Go give him a watch, all 29 of you. Add 29 to his viewer number. So that's that. I really thank you guys for watching. I love action figures, and obviously you do too. So I've got 2 more of these coming, right? So one I'm not gonna mess with. He's just gonna be my 7-inch tall Sunman. But the other one, I'm taking his wings too. Gonna take his wings. And these leftover bodies, I'm gonna customize into other characters. You know. I'm taking his head though. I'm gonna put his head on the Origins Sunman body because, I mean, the other one's face look. I was telling my friend Ollie. I'm sorry, I can't speak right. That this Sunman looks like the Chris on Everybody Hates Chris. Come on, look at him. Everybody hates Chris. That's who that is. So I chopped off the sides of his hair. And little did you know, it's not black under there. It's skin colored. You have to take a Sharpie and draw it back. I'm sure there's one of you 29 is like, I know all this, James. I play with action figures and customize them all the time. But, you know, not everybody does that. Some people are new. I'm new. I'm new to it. I just, you know, started collecting these new Masters of the Universe a year ago this past November. So, you know, to deal with grief. And it's helped a bit. I mean, I have every He-Man toy I've ever wanted, and I get all, you know, the new ones that come out that I like. So I have a big He-Man collection, and it gives me joy to look at it. I had to set it up in the living room so I could see it every day. But that's catching up with me. That's the update. Everybody be safe. Enjoy yourselves. Spring is on the way. We a few more weeks of this cold weather wherever you are, unless you're in Australia. And then it's hot there. So, and I don't feel sorry for you. Love you all. You have the power.